When your manager or a colleague asks, where do you see your career heading in the next few years? What usually goes through your head? Do you pause, give a vague answer like, I just want to keep learning, or worry that sounding too ambitious might work against you?
You're definitely not alone. I'm Thomas, and welcome back to Business English for Success. Today, Anna and I are looking at how to talk about your career path naturally, without sounding unprepared or overconfident.
Right. Instead of giving you textbook advice, we'll walk through practical workplace conversations. We'll start with how to express interest in new project areas without abandoning your current workload.
Then, we'll cover how to handle moments when your manager's vision for your role doesn't quite match your own career goals.
And stay with us until the end, where we share a simple framework for what to say when you honestly don't know your long-term plan yet, but still want to show dedication and reliability.
Let's get right into our first conversation on how to bring up new career interests naturally during a work update.
Bringing up an interest in new project areas can feel tricky. A common approach many people use is simply saying, I'm getting a bit bored with my daily tasks and I'd like to try something new like marketing or product testing.
Right. While that statement is honest, it focuses heavily on your own dissatisfaction. To a manager, it might sound like you're disengaged from your main responsibilities or looking for an easy exit.
Exactly. A more balanced way is to show that your current work is stable first, and then frame the new interest as a natural addition that adds value to the team. Let's listen to how this conversation plays out between a team member and a manager.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for catching up today. How are things going with the quarterly client onboarding updates?
Hi, Thomas. Everything on the onboarding side is running smoothly. We're actually ahead of schedule for this month, so the process is pretty stable right now.
That's great to hear. You've really brought a lot of structure to that workflow recently.
Thanks, Thomas. Since that process is steady, I've been thinking about where I can contribute next. I noticed the team is starting the new client retention initiative next month.
Yes, we're setting up the initial planning phase for that right now.
I'd love to get involved in that initiative, particularly on the feedback collection side. I think my recent work with onboarding gives me a practical view of what clients care about early on.
That could be really helpful, actually. How would you balance that with your daily onboarding duties?
My main priority stays on client onboarding, of course. I can dedicate about 3 to 4 hours a week to help outline the survey process for retention without impacting my core deliverables.
That sounds reasonable and well thought out. Let's draft a quick plan for that next Tuesday.
Notice how clean that approach was. Anna didn't ask for a new job title or complain about repetitive work. She established stability first by saying everything on the onboarding side is running smoothly.
That line is essential. It instantly reassures your manager that your primary work won't suffer.
And instead of making a broad demand, she specified exact bounds. I can dedicate about 3 to 4 hours a week. This shows self-awareness and workload management.
Now, let's practice 2 key phrases from this conversation. Listen first, then repeat aloud after the pause.
Phrase 1. Everything on my current tasks is running smoothly, so the process is steady right now.
Let's try that one more time with a confident, calm tone. Everything on my current tasks is running smoothly, so the process is steady right now.
Phrase 2. I'd love to get involved in that project, particularly on the feedback side, without impacting my core deliverables.
Great effort. Practicing these out loud helps build muscle memory for real workplace discussions.
Quick question for you listening. Have you ever asked to join a new project at work? How did your manager react? Drop a short comment below. We'd love to read your stories.
Now, proposing a project shift works well when you and your manager are on the same page. But what happens when your manager wants to push you toward a path you don't actually want, like moving into management when you prefer staying technical?
That can create a lot of internal pressure. Let's look at how to navigate that difference in vision politely and professionally in our next segment. When a manager sees potential in you, their natural reaction is often to push you toward a step up, like managing a team or taking on more administrative supervision. But what if your heart is set on staying focused on hands-on specialist work?
That's a delicate spot to be in. The most common mistake people make here is reacting with a hard no right away, saying something like, "I'm not interested in managing people. I just want to stick to my current technical tasks."
Right. To a manager, a response like that can sound like a lack of ambition or a refusal to grow. A much smoother way is to thank them for the confidence they have in you first, and then frame your preference around where you deliver your best quality work.
Let's listen to how you can guide this conversation constructively without frustrating your manager.
Thanks for making time today, Anna. As our department grows, we're looking to establish a team lead position for the project group next quarter. Given your strong track record, I wanted to see if you'd be interested in stepping into that supervisory role.
Thank you for bringing this to me, Thomas. I really appreciate that you see that potential in my work.
You've earned it. You know the operations inside out.
That means a lot. Honestly, though, when I think about where I contribute most effectively, my real strength lies in direct problem solving and technical execution, rather than people management.
I see. So you're hesitant about taking on team oversight?
Exactly. I want to make sure I'm growing in a direction that benefits the team most. Instead of moving into team management, I'd love to deepen my expertise as a senior specialist, focusing on optimizing our complex workflows and mentoring newer staff on technical skills.
That's an interesting perspective. So you'd rather lead on the technical side than the administrative side?
Yes, precisely. That way, I can continue driving high-quality technical output for the department while still supporting the team's growth behind the scenes.
I appreciate your honesty, Anna. It's much better to have this clarity now so we can design a senior specialist track for you instead.
Notice how Anna handled that shift. She didn't reject the idea of growth altogether. Instead, she redirected the definition of growth from managing people to deepening specialist expertise.
Exactly. By saying, my real strength lies in direct problem solving rather than people management. She kept the focus on performance quality rather than personal dislike.
And she offered a clear alternative, mentoring newer staff on technical skills. That showed she still cares about supporting the team, just through a different channel.
Let's practice 2 practical phrases from this exchange. Pay attention to the steady, appreciative tone. Listen first, then repeat after the pause.
Phrase 1. I really appreciate that you see that potential in my work, but my real strength lies in direct execution.
Good. Let's repeat that once more with confidence. I really appreciate that you see that potential in my work, but my real strength lies in direct execution.
Phrase 2. I'd love to deepen my expertise as a specialist, focusing on high-level technical work while supporting the team.
Well done. Having these phrases ready keeps you from freezing up when an unexpected opportunity comes your way.
If you were in that position, would you choose the management path or the specialist path? Type manager or specialist in the comments. It's always fascinating to see how people balance their careers.
Now, navigating a clear choice between 2 paths is one thing, but what if you're asked about your long-term plans? And the truth is, you honestly don't know what you want to do 2 or 3 years from now.
That happens more often than people admit. In our next segment, we'll look at how to answer that question with complete honesty while still sounding grounded and dependable.
When someone asks, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? It's completely normal if you don't have a precise answer. Industries change fast, and your personal priorities can shift over time too.
Absolutely. But in an interview or a performance review, saying, I have no idea or I haven't really thought about it can make you look disengaged or lacking direction.
Right. The key here isn't to make up a fake long-term plan. Instead, you focus on skill growth. You show that while your exact title might evolve, your commitment to building valuable skills right now is steady.
Let's listen to how you can frame this position with complete honesty and professional confidence.
So, Anna, as we discuss your development for the coming year, where do you see your career moving over the next 3 to 5 years?
To be completely honest, Thomas, I don't have a specific job title set in stone for 3 years out, given how fast our industry shifts. What I am clear about is the core skill set I want to build.
Okay, fair enough. Where is your primary focus right now?
Right now, I'm focusing heavily on mastering data analysis for our client campaigns and improving project coordination. My goal over the next 2 years is to become highly reliable in these areas, so I can take on more complex work as the team grows.
I like that approach. It shows you're grounded in immediate priorities while keeping your long-term options open.
Thank you. As long as I'm continuously learning and making a clear impact on the team's output, I'm confident the right opportunities will follow naturally.
Notice how Anna handled that question. She didn't just stop at saying, "I don't know." She immediately re-anchored the conversation onto concrete skills she is building today.
Exactly. That tells your manager two things. You're realistic about the future, but you're actively working to become more valuable to the team right now.
But knowing how to answer these 3 classic questions is only half the battle. What happens when a manager throws a sudden curveball at you that you didn't prepare for?
That's where most people freeze up. Let's look at 2 high-pressure scenarios that happen in real offices every day and see if you can pick the response that protects your credibility.
Scenario 1. Your manager asks if you'd like to take the lead on a high-visibility project, but you feel your current specialist skills aren't ready for it yet. Which response protects your credibility better? Option A. I don't think I have enough experience for that right now, so maybe we should give it to someone else on the team.
Option B, I'm really interested in that area, but to ensure high quality, I deliver better results co-leading it first, alongside a senior team member.
Option B is much stronger. Option A completely closes the door on your growth. Option B shows ambition while managing risk realistically by proposing a co-leading setup.
Scenario 2. In a job interview, the hiring manager asks where you see yourself in 3 years. You want to stay in your technical field, but you know this company values promoting people into management. How do you respond? Option A. I'll do whatever the company needs me to do, whether that's managing people or staying in my current role.
Option B. My immediate goal is mastering the core technical systems here. Over time, I see myself taking ownership of complex technical decisions while mentoring junior staff.
Option B is the clear choice. Option A sounds passive and overly pleasing. Option B clearly defines a high-value specialist path that still shows leadership through mentoring. Excellent job working through those scenarios. Before you head back to work today, here are the 3 quick takeaways to keep in mind.
First, always secure your current performance before asking to expand into new project areas.
Second, redirect career discussions toward where you deliver your highest quality output, not just what title you want.
And third, when long-term goals are uncertain, base your confidence on the specific skills you are building today. Finding the right words in professional settings takes practice, but small shifts in phrasing make a huge difference in how people perceive you.
If today's conversation gave you a fresh perspective, consider liking this video and subscribing to Business English for Success for more practical workplace breakdowns.
Thank you for watching. Keep refining your approach, and we'll see you in our next video.